And we'd like to welcome everyone into Decatur County Riverside High School, where tonight's matchup is the quarterfinals of the region, and it features the Community Queens against the Decatur County Riverside Lady Panthers. The starters for Community: number 2, the sophomore Savannah Pearson; number 3, Anna Haskins Sr.; number 5, Brooklyn Yos Jr.; number 11, Alyssa White, also a junior; and number 14, Madison Hill, a sophomore. Now for Riverside, the starters: 00, Alyssa Pratt, junior; number 11, Bentley Rogers, a sophomore; number 21, Ella Davis, a junior; number 24, Lila Overman, a sophomore; and number 34, Lauren Camper, a sophomore. So we're getting ready to tip things off. Interesting on the roster, there is not a senior to be had on the Riverside squad, and then Community with the lone senior, that being Anna Haskins. So Riverside's head coach is Brian Reed. Of course, Community's is head coach Cody Pierce. We're ready to tip things off, and it's basketball time and Community. So the Vi Queens win the tip, and Haskins has got the basketball, gives over to Yos on the right side. Yo's going to dribble down. She'll hand off to Haskins. Haskins back at the top of the key. Now she'll swing it over to Hill. Hill going to come down, hand off to Pearson. Pearson now at the top. Pearson, lazy pass, but gets it over to Yos. Yos down to White. White puts it up. Yes! The kiss off the glass, and it breaks the seal on the scoring. 2-0 Vi Queens. So Overman had it temporarily, and Pratt now with it. Stolen away by Pearson. You'll hear Pratt's name called a lot, but has the turnover. Pearson puts it up, won't go. Rebound, White puts it up. Yes! So 4 points quickly for the gal down in the middle. Alyssa White with 4, and Community leads 4-0. So meanwhile, Riverside with possession, as at the top was number 21 Davis, and now she'll hand it off to Pratt. Pratt will swing it off to the left side. Now going to get back out to Davis. Davis took one dribble and then picked up, and that was going to go out of bounds. Who does it belong to? The purple and gold. 6:48 to go here in the first. 4-0 is our score, as Yos will inbound. As Pearson's got it, we're going to get full court press from the Lady Panthers, but a quick pass to Haskins. Breaks through. We got a 2-on-2 the other way, and Haskins traveled. So instead of going down to the basket, she picks up at the elbow, and we get the turnover. 4-0 the score. 6:35 to go here in the first quarter. As Overman has it, she'll give off to Davis. Davis then going to hand off to number 11, that being Rogers, as Rogers weaves her way back and forth, now dumps off to Davis. Davis going to go baseline, cut off by Yost. Now they'll kick it around the horn. Three-pointer, Pratt, and that one in and out. Nice box out by Yost. Pearson comes away with the ball. So Pearson picks up the dribble and gives it to a trailing Yost, who now has it over to Hill. Hill looks down close to White, and that's got to be a foul, a reach in, and yes, it is. So the foul going to be called on Camper. That is her first infraction, as Hill will inbound, gets it to White. White, yes! The bank is open late, and it's 6-0 Community. Riverside with it, that being number 34 Camper, and a foul going to be called there at the top of the key, as that one going to be credited to Pearson. That will be her first, team's first, as Pratt will be the one to inbound for Riverside underneath the basket. And that one thrown to Davis, but really thrown into no man's land, and Pearson comes up with it. Hill's going to push it, and Hill into the lane. She'll turn back. Yo's three-pointer, and that one off the mark. Rebound, White, and they are going to have problems with White all night. Big time height advantage for Alyssa White, the junior, as Hill drives, puts it up. Yes! It rattles home off the square, and it's 8-0. Vi Queens lead it. Pratt with it on the left side, being guarded closely by Pearson. Now gives to Davis, who flashes high, spin move in the paint. Blocked, but a foul is called, as it looked like she may have gotten all ball. The official did not see it that way. So White called with her first foul, as number 21, Ella Davis, the junior, will toe the mark, and they get the first point of the night. Watching film on this squad, no one can stop White except for White herself, because I just don't think, based on what I saw, they have anybody that can match up with her. So Yos under the basket, inbounds to Pearson. Pressure from Riverside. Now Haskins going to dribble through it. They got a 3-on-1 the other way. Pearson had White under the basket, elected not to throw it to her, as Yos now swings it. Pearson, three, and that one off the rim. Rebound goes to Hill. Blocked by Davis. Gets it back. Yes! Madison Hill, stick-to-itiveness, and gets it to go. 4:42, it is 10-2. The drive in the lane, puts it up, won't go, and a foul going to be called on Hill as Overman was making her way in the lane. So Hill picks up her first, and I believe that is the third team foul on Community, as Overman will toe the mark, and that one off the back of the iron. The score still 10-2. As Overman will attempt the second one, and that one is going to rattle on in. So the score 10-3, 4:39 to go here in the first. Inbound goes to Haskins. A lot of pressure from Overman. Now Haskins comfortably gets it to Yos across the half-court line. Now Hill's got to be on the arc, trying to get it down to White. Knocked away by Davis. It'll go out of bounds. It'll stay with the purple and gold. So inbounding will be Hill, as she is looking for Haskins first. Now throws to Yos. Yos goes back to Hill. Three-pointer. Bottom! Maddie Hill came to play tonight, and the score 13-3. Davis gives it off. Little jumper, and that will go for number 11, Bentley Rogers, the sophomore. Pratt, Rogers, and Camper were the ones that on film seem to get things going for Riverside, and they are going to have to rely heavily on those three. As the 8-point lead, Haskins, three, and that one won't go. Rebound goes to Pearson. Back to Hill, three, and that one off the back of the iron. Rebound going to go to Bentley Rogers, and she's going to bring it back for the Lady Panthers. Drives, puts it up, yes. Nobody slid over in the lane. So she had the open look. She took it, knocked it down. The score 13-7. Haskins will bring it across the timeline. Hill's got it. Now she'll give to Yos at the top. Yos now going to hand off to Pearson. Pearson thought about the three. Head fake. Now drives in the lane. Kicks it over to Hill. Hill's got Haskins. Three-pointer. And that one off the front of the rim, but rebound goes to Pearson. And the offensive rebounding has been tremendous here in the early going. 3:10 to go now here in the first. 6-point lead by the Vikings. Haskins beyond the arc, gives over to Yos. Yos swings it. Hill, three. And that one off the iron. And the rebound is going to go to number 11, Rogers, who gives it over to Pratt. Pratt, and I thought she traveled first, but no, a foul's going to be called. So let's see who the guilty party is. It's going to be Brooklyn Yos. So we do have 4 team fouls there distributed evenly, as Overman is going to check out. And I was trying to catch the number of the young lady, number 22. Bailey Collett is the one that has come in for Riverside, as that one is knocked away and taken away by White. Now Pearson with it. Pearson, Haskins going baseline now in the lane, puts it up, and a foul is called as Haskins was pressing the issue. So Alyssa Pratt picks up her first. That is only the second team foul on Riverside. Haskins will toe the mark. The first free throw, that one rattles out, as Haskins will get one more shot at it. 2:36 to go here in the first. And the free throw, yes. So we've doubled them up. It's 14-7, as Pratt will look over to head coach Brian Reed, has the sign, and comes across the half-court line, and she'll sling it over to number 11, that being Rogers, and now has it to Davis. Davis going to drive down into the lane, and Flanagan cuts him off, and now into the lane. Foul's called. As number 34, Camper, was the one to drive down in, and Alyssa White is going to be the one credited with the foul. So White will have to come out with the 2 quick fouls here in the first quarter as Morgan Pridmore will check in, and now we have another stoppage as we're going to check with the scores table, as that is the 5th team foul. So that will send Camper to the line. And a lot of things have not changed here on the road as they were at Cascade and even some of our home games. Fouls just do not seem to be called evenly, as the second free throw does not go home. Rebound goes to Pridmore. Pridmore will give it over to Haskins, who's drawing the double team, picks up her dribble, gives back to Morgan Pridmore, now gives over to Pearson. Pearson gives it to Flanagan. Flanagan pops, and it drops! 16-8 is our score, as Davis will bring it back quickly for the Lady Panthers. She'll hand off, and I thought that was a travel. Yes, sir! Colette, the freshman, travels. Turnover, and it'll belong to the purple and gold. Long inbound goes to Pearson. We may have numbers. Pearson's going to press the issue and simply puts it up. Yes! The kiss off the glass. And the score, 18-8, the largest lead of the night, as Pratt dribbles and runs into her own teammate. They get it over to Davis. Davis 3, and that one will not go home. Rebound underneath as Colette was shoved, at least in the opinion of the official. So the foul going to be called on Madison Hill, so now she has picked up her second. And I talked to Coach Pierce earlier. He is going to try his best to not have to use Maddie Maxey. If fouls become an issue, we may see her later in the game, but he is going to try his best to run with the rest of the group and see if we can save her for next week. Free throw, and that one off the mark as Flanagan falls to the floor. So no foul called, but it is going to belong to Community. 1:35 to go here in the first, 10-point lead as Yos will throw that thing long. She's a softball player, so that comes natural as Pearson's got it. Kicks over to Flanagan. Flanagan on the right side looking for Pridmore down low. Pridmore turns around and has it knocked away as it goes into the hands of Overman, and now a double dribble called on the sophomore. So Community will have it again with the 10-point lead. 1:23 to go here in the first. Flanagan will inbound long. Haskins has it beyond the arc. Now going to swing it over to Yos. Yos comes off that screen, finds Flanagan, cross court, 3, and does not get the friendly roll. Rebound going to go back to the Lady Panthers. Long outlet pass to Davis. Davis can't get it to go. It may have been affected by Flanagan, I'm not sure, but we're coming back with it the other way. So Pearson, Flanagan, has Yos wide open to the right and just never could find her, as Pearson now with it at the top of the key. A lot of contact, and finally Pratt, I believe, is going to be called for the infraction. We shall see. And indeed, Alyssa Pratt, the junior, picks up her second, and that is very important. She's pretty much the main one that's behind the show here of the Lady Panthers, as there's going to be another foul called, 21 Davis, as Pridmore was attempting to try to get a shot off, but that's going to be called on the floor, as number 12, Tubbs, the freshman, will come in for the aforementioned Pratt. Again, with 2 fouls, they couldn't really afford to leave her in there. Flanagan tried to float it to Pridmore, and that pass intercepted by Camper. And now an offensive foul as Camper used the forearm and is called for the infraction. So that is her second. And Riverside cannot afford to get into foul trouble, as they do not have the depth that the Vikings do. In fact, there's only 8 players on the roster for Riverside. So Haskins with it at the top, 40 seconds. Flanagan now with it on the right side. Pridmore has it. Nice look, gives over to Pearson at the elbow, kicks it back out. Flanagan 3, and that one off the back of the iron. Rebound going to go out to number 12, Tubbs, as now Camper will hold up. Gives back over to Tubbs. Now Tubbs will leave it for Davis. Davis going baseline. Reverse, and they're going to call a foul on Pearson, as it wouldn't have mattered if it was a shooting foul or not, as they are in the bonus. So the Vikings in a little bit of a similar situation as Riverside, as Pearson has 2, White has 2, Hill has 2, Pratt and Camper for Riverside have 2. So a lot of fouls called here in the first, as number 45, Bailey Spain, the freshman, will come in here with 16.8 seconds, as Camper will have a seat. The free throw goes, and the score 18-9, as we've got 12 seconds. Yos brings it across, shoved a little bit. Haskins, 3, and that one's short, and going over the back was Predmore. So a foul called there, and that just making sure that that was just her first. So number 45, Bailey Spain, the freshman, will be the one to toe the mark here with 4.8 seconds. 18-9 the score, and the Vikings in a little bit of foul trouble, as we have several with 2, as Spain misses the mark. So if we keep up this pace, it'll be interesting to see who's available by the 4th, as that free throw goes home, and the score 18-11. Inbound goes to Flanagan. Flanagan half court, 3 seconds, and a foul, as the official shaking his head, as number 24, Overman, said, "What else could I do?" But she has called for the foul, and Flanagan, of course, was in the attempt. So we will give her 3 free throws here with 2 seconds. So Flanagan able to knock down the first one. She'll toe the mark for the second attempt, and that one true as well. So a costly foul by Lila Overman, the sophomore, as we have 2 ticks remaining. The third one, yes! So Flanagan with ice water in her veins as they inbound at the buzzer, and that one too strong off the glass. So we've played 1 here in Riverside. Our score, Community 21, Riverside 10. You're watching Viking basketball on the Ball Network.
Bella Chic Boutique, located at 300 North Britton Street in Shelbyville, Tennessee, offers fabulous style with all the latest fashions. We also offer seasonal attire to celebrate all major holidays. Getting ready for the big game? Yeah, we have you covered there too. We also carry all the items you'll ever need to complete your ensemble. Bella Chic Boutique. Look good, feel good, dress good.
Home isn't just where you live, it's where you belong. It's your people, your school, and your community. That's why I'm proud to support our community Vikings and Vikings this season. Even if I can't shoot like them, I can still sell your house.
So welcome back in. Second quarter action. What is at stake? The loser will have their season in. The winner will play against Loretto or Lewis County. That will be at East Hickman. That would be Monday night. So the winner will stay and advance. The loser, and this is your last night playing basketball for this season. So Riverside with possession. Overman's got it as they dribble down into the corner, and she was going to try to hand off, and then she traveled. So a little indecisiveness by Overman, who had Rogers, but elected not to hand the ball off, and then simply just shuffled the feet. So 7:33 to go here until halftime. 21-10 our score, as Flanagan, Yos, Haskins, Pridmore, and Pearson come out for the Vikings. So Haskins with it at the top. She'll hand off to Yos. Yos picks up the dribble, gives off to Pearson. Pearson, and we're sort of bottled up here, the 3 bodies very close, as Haskins will take it to the other side of the court. That pass intercepted. Intercepted by Pratt. Pratt has it picked off by Flanagan, who couldn't keep it in bounds, but excellent play not to give up the easy 2 as Flanagan hustled back and deflected it out of bounds. So Riverside with it. Pratt going to inbound. Throws it long for Davis. Davis has got it as she looks low and tries to get it to Camper, who puts it up. Yes! Nice look there to the sophomore, Lauren Camper. And the score, 21-12. Haskins will bring it across, so they've got Overman, Davis, Camper, Pratt, and Rogers for Riverside, as that pass was going to go backside and was deflected as Overman has it. She'll going to give it off to Pratt on the left side. Pratt being guarded by Pearson, cuts her off at the baseline, and now goes into the lane, and that shot off the back of the iron. Rebound goes to Davis, who gets it back to a teammate. Can't get it to go as Predmore comes up with it. So Camper just could not get that rebound to go in off the square as Community quickly back with it. Yos going to look for Flanagan backside, goes baseline, and now going to give off to Haskins. Haskins thought about the 3, now going to drive in, puts it up. Yes! The kiss! Off the glass, and the score, 23-12. Looking down low, Camper, and thought it may have been blocked by Predmore, but they're going to call the foul. So we are in a world of hurt. There's deuces all around as Predmore has picked up her second. Hill's got 2, White's got 2, and Pearson's got 2. So the free throw will go home for the sophomore as Camper knocks that one down. She'll attempt the second one as that one will find its way through the bottom of the net as well. 23-14. Inbound goes to Haskins as we're under 6 minutes here to go until the halftime break. Pearson with it on the left, now gives over to Haskins down in the corner. Haskins now going to bring it back, and now she'll just back it out. Top of the key, gives over to Yos. Now Yos looking down low to Predmore on the block. Predmore spin move, puts it up. Yes! The kiss! Off the glass. And the score, 25-14. And that's got to be a travel, yes sir, as Rogers was going down into the lane and had the ball simply just jam up on her side as the defender was able to make a little bit of contact. So the turnover as Pearson will bring it across. Yos with it at the top of the key. Now Yos looking for Flanagan again, backside, and that one was knocked away by Camper. So she was not fooled twice. Good play there by Camper, who pulls up in the lane. And three-pointer, and that one rims out. Pratt just could not find it, as she has struggled a little bit tonight in the early going, as Yos will look back at Coach Pierce. She's got the assignment and hands off to Haskins. Haskins thought about driving down in, and now she'll give over to Pearson. Pearson, Haskins, 3, and that one off the side of the rim. Rebound going to go to Davis. Davis will get it over to Overman. Overman's going to bring it across the line for Riverside, as Camper thought she may have taken an extra step when she did the little head fake, but no. And now Predmore going to be called for the foul. That is her third, so I'm not sure that Coach Pierce can leave her in there much longer. So Camper will toe the mark again, and credit to Camper as Pratt has had a slow start, and she's took the initiative and tried to cause havoc down in the paint. So Camper has found her way again to the free throw line, the score being 25-15. And now White will come in for Predmore. So Predmore with 3, White with 2. And both young ladies will have to play smart the rest of the way. A little bit of pressure coming from Riverside. Haskins with it on the right side. Now she'll simply come across the timeline. Haskins drives in the paint. Shot, thought it may have been blocked, but someone got a hand on the wrist. Who was it, Mr. Official? And that one going to be called on Overman. That is her second, as Haskins will toe the mark. 4:28 to go here in the second. Free throw, and it rattles out. So we've got to calm down. We've got to make these free throws down the stretch. 25-16 the free throw, and that one does go home. So excellent job. Haskins gets one of them to go, as Pratt will bring it across for the Lady Panthers. 4:20 to go until the second. until halftime as Davis has it on the left side. Now Pratt with it at the top of the key. Now Pratt going to hand off over to Rogers. Rogers drives, puts it up, and a nice move, a nice little scoop and score by the sophomore, Bentley Rogers. And it cuts the deficit 26-18. Pearson now will bring it across. A lot of pressure from Rogers as she'll hand off, and Flanagan, that was a carry, yes. Just could not quite get the handle on it. So a turnover by Community and an excellent opportunity for Riverside to get back in this thing as Hill will come in for Flanagan. So Hill playing with 2, White playing with 2, Pearson playing with 2. So Yos and Haskins are the only ones that have less than 2 fouls so far for the Vikings. Of course, Flanagan that just checked out would join that group as well. Davis drives down into the paint, kicks it over, three-pointer, and that one is too strong off the back of the iron as number 24, Overman, couldn't get it to go. And White comes away with that rebound. Hill's going to bring it across. Now Yos with it. Yos now over to Haskins on the left side. Haskins going to come off a screen by Yos. Nice screen, Haskins. And that one will not go, but she'll go to the line for 2. So Davis called for her second foul. So a recap, Pratt's got 2, Davis 2, Overman's 2, Camper's got 2. As let's see what Haskins could do with his second attempt. As the free throw, yes. We need to treat them all like it's the second attempt as that one goes down. 27-18 is the score. 3:15 to go here in the second. Davis now gives it off. Pratt's got it down to the corner and loses it, or excuse me, that was Rogers. Hard to see the numbers on the far side through all the bodies. But Rogers loses it out of bounds, but he'll stay with Riverside as Pratt will inbound. And Pratt looking and going to give it off to Camper. Camper, spin move, puts it up. Yes! And Lauren Camper, the sophomore, has definitely been the bright spot tonight for Riverside as they have cut it to 7. The lead was as large as 10. Haskins with it. Yos, 3. And that one will not go. Rebound as Hill's going to be called for the foul, as Overman was going for the rebound. And they're going to bring Flanagan back in for Hill, who has picked up her third. The problem here is the officials are just not letting them both equally go for the basketball. So Pratt will bring it across as we'll see who will be left remaining once when the second half kicks up. Hopefully things will calm down. Jumper, bottom. And that's the lady that you've got to stop tonight. Camper is the key as Pratt has not woken up yet. So the score 27-22 and almost a turnover. White's got it over to Yos. Pearson beyond the arc. Head fake now gives to White. White spin move, puts it up, and that one just rolls right over the rim and falls on the other side. Rebound going to go to Riverside. Pratt's got it. Pratt picks up her dribble, now gives off to Overman. Overman now going to give it over to Camper. Camper's been the hot hand, drives, puts it up, yes! And a timeout's got to be called, I would think, yes. Timeout, Coach Pierce. They've cut it to 4, 27-23. You're watching Viqueen basketball on the Ball Network. So welcome back in under the 2-minute mark, 1:58 to be exact until the halftime break. And the double-digit lead has dwindled down to 3 as the score 27-24 as Yos has it on the far side. Going to give it over, well, was trying to get it to Pearson. It was knocked out of bounds by number 11, Rogers. So Yos will inbound over here to our left. as she gets it down to White. White now kicks to Haskins. Haskins thought about that three, going to drive down. Puts it up, won't go, rebound. Haskins gets it back, slings it up there off the front of the rim, and rebound. Finally going to go down to Camper, as Lauren Camper, the sophomore, has been a one-man band so far. As Camper going to drive back down in, almost lost control. As that one, the drive, baseline, and luckily that would not go for Overman, as she pretty much had her way there on the baseline, had a good-looking shot, just would not fall. So Flanagan will have it at the top of the key. And what was a 4-point game is now a 3-point game. So apparently something was changed there at the timeout, as Haskins with it on the right side. Yo's at the top of the key, looking low to White. White puts it up and just cannot get it to go, as there was a lot of contact, but again, no foul is called. Pratt drives down, puts it up, and of course the foul will be called down on this end. So Pratt will go to the line. So Pearson picks up her third. So Pratt will toe the mark, and the free throw too strong, as Pridmore will come back in for White. And we're going to see Maddie Maxey. He wanted to try to save her. He's not going to be able to. The officials would not allow it, so Pearson going to check out. And Maddie Maxey, tough as a pine knot, is going to try this thing. She's got the brace there, or the wrap, on the left leg, as Pratt will knock down the free throw. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got a 2-point game, as Maddie Maxey's got the basketball, gives over to Yos. 45 seconds, as Yos has got it and loses it out of bounds. Turnover, as they say it went off of Yos. It looked like it went off of Davis, and I try to be fair, but it did look like it went off of Davis. So inbounding will be Overman. Gives over to Pratt. Pratt slings it over to the right here to Rogers. Camper and Pridmore battling down there, as Camper will go. And that one is intercepted by Flanagan, as Camper was throwing it along the baseline. Now Maddie Maxey with it. Maxey going to give it over to Pridmore. We got a 2-on-1 the other way. Haskins puts it up, and it won't go. But luckily it is called. She'll go to the line, as we get a little bit of a sarcastic clap from some of the fans in purple and gold. We have finally had something called where Haskins will toe the mark. 27-25 the score. 18 seconds till we take the halftime break. And that one will find its way through the cylinder, as Haskins will toe the mark for the second attempt. Reed talking to the officials. Wonder if he'll get a quick timeout here. And he elects not to. 18 seconds. 4-point lead. Davis with it. Now she'll hand off to Pratt, who brings it across the timeline. Momentarily gave off to Rogers. Now it's back over to Rogers, as Davis sets the screen. They're going to give it to her. Puts it up. Count it. And the foul. And I don't understand why. The screen at the top of the elbow was clearly moving. As checking in will be number 22, Colette, along with number 45, Spain. 4 seconds. We have a 2-point basketball game, as Davis will toe the mark, and the free throw is good. So Hill will check in for Maddie Maxey, and this is dangerous, because you've got Hill with 3 fouls, but hopefully nothing happens in 4 seconds. Yos inbounds, and that one intercepted, but then back to Flanagan. 2 seconds. Flanagan, and Haskins cannot get it off, as we will go to the break. The Vikings led by as much as 10, and now the score, or led by as much as 11, pardon me, and now the score has dwindled down to a single-point lead, so we will take the break. We'll thank the sponsors. We'll be back with the second half. You're watching Viking basketball on the Ball Network.
Home isn't just where you live, it's where you belong. It's your people, your school, and your community. That's why I'm proud to support our community Vikings and Vikings this season. Even if I can't shoot like them, I can still sell your house.
So Sudbury, located at 617 Parson Road in Shelbyville, Tennessee, is your one-stop shop for everything purple and gold. The Spirit Store has all things in every sport. Do you need new gear with the new community logos? So Sudbury has you covered. They have the new logos on all items and anything else you can imagine. So Sudbury, when it comes to quality, it must be so.
Bella Chic Boutique, located at 300 North Britton Street in Shelbyville, Tennessee, offers fabulous style with all the latest fashions. We also offer seasonal attire to celebrate all major holidays. Getting ready for the big game? Yeah, we have you covered there too. We also carry all the items you'll ever need to complete your ensemble. Bella Chic Boutique. Look good, feel good, dress good.
So Sudbury, located at 617 Parson Road in Shelbyville, Tennessee, is your one-stop shop for everything purple and gold. The Spirit Store has all things in every sport. Do you need new gear with the new community logos? So Sudbury has you covered. They have the new logos on all items and anything else you can imagine. So Sudbury, when it comes to quality, it must be so.
Home isn't just where you live, it's where you belong. It's your people, your school, and your community. That's why I'm proud to support our community Vikings and Queens this season. Even if I can't shoot like them, I can still sell your house.
So Sudbury, located at 617 Parson Road in Shelbyville, Tennessee, is your one-stop shop for everything purple and gold. The Spirit Store has all things in every sport. Do you need new gear with the new community logos? So Sudbury has you covered. They have the new logos on all items and anything else you can imagine. So Sudbury, when it comes to quality, it must be so.
So welcome back into Decatur County Riverside High School, where the Community Vikings lead it at the half over the Lady Panthers, 29-28, as this is the District 9 3-seed Vikings matched up with the District 10 2-seed Riverside Lady Panthers. So we got here simply because Riverside fell in the championship game to Hickman County. And, of course, Community with the upset over Cascade, so finished as the 3rd seed. So that's how we got to tonight. And what's at stake? A trip Monday night to East Hickman to tackle either Loretto or Lewis County. So the winner moves on and will play at East Hickman High School against Loretto or Lewis County. The loser will be done for the season. So the second quarter was very kind to Riverside. They outscored Community 18-8, and that has been the big difference as we saw the big lead dwindle as we come back with Haskins, Yost, Hill, White, and Pearson. As that one deflected as we were trying to get it out to Pearson, coming back the other way, and that one will not go high off the rim. And we may have an injured player, I'm not sure. Pearson, they need to push it. They got the numbers. The official has not stopped it. As Yost, and yes, that is a 3. I thought her foot may have been on the line, so a 3 by Community. That one brought to you by Amanda Siebers. So the score, 32-28. So it looks like number 11, Rogers, the one that was penetrating earlier on that shot and looked like she was banged up a little bit. I guess she's fine. She's hobbling a little bit at the top of the key. A 3, yes! The answer from number 21, the junior, Ella Davis, and the score, 32-31. So Haskins will bring it across, hands over to Hill. Hill on the right side, and now she's going to dribble towards the top of the key. And being guarded closely by Pratt, gives over to Haskins on the right. Now back to Yost. Yost looking low to White. White kicks it over to Hill. Hill going baseline, puts it up, blocked by Davis. And back with it comes Riverside. Pratt looking long, and that is a good foul there, as that would have been an easy 2 points for Riverside as number 11, Rogers, takes another shot. The only bad thing about it is that gives Alyssa White her 3rd. So we will see how Coach Pierce is going to finagle his way through the 3rd and 4th quarters with this much foul trouble, as the free throw does not go. And now number 11, Rogers, the sophomore, gets that one to rattle home, and we are tied, so a good foul as it only cost us 1 point. As Yos will hand off to Hill, a little bit of pressure from Riverside. It's Pratt against Hill there as they come across midcourt. Now Yos has got it, being guarded by Camper. Now Pearson down to the corner, gives off to White. White spins towards the basket and did not even look to shoot. And a foul going to be called on Haskins as they say that she was harassing Pratt. So Alyssa Pratt draws the foul. So Haskins, believe it or not, that is only her first. It's everyone else that's in trouble. As Rogers will simply give over to Davis. Now Davis gives to Pratt at the top of the key. And now back over to Rogers. Rogers pulls up, free throw line, and that one's short of the mark. Rebound going to go to Pearson. Pearson gives over to Hill, and Hill will bring it across. Hill now over to Yos. Yos going to drive in, gives off to Pearson. Pearson down in the paint. She pops, and it drops. The score, 34-32, and Community regains the lead. Davis backing in. Now kicks out. Camper thought about the three. Now going to drive and kicks it over. Three-pointer will not go for Overman as Community has the basketball. 5:30 to go here in the third. 2-point lead as a foul is called. That on 0-0, that being Alyssa Pratt. So Pratt picks up her third. She is the only one really in foul trouble for Riverside. As Yos has it beyond the arc, gives down to White. White, and nothing is called. A ton of contact when she received the pass, and we just cannot get a call. Pratt comes down the other way, puts it up, yes! That one high off the glass by the junior, and we are tied at 34. 5:11 to go as Yos will hand over to Pearson. And now a travel called on Pearson. I did not see that one. As Pridmore will check in for White. So Pridmore with 3, Madison Hill with 3, Pearson with 3, White with 3. Heck, I might even have 3 at this point. We've gone under 5 minutes to go, tied at 34. Camper drives, puts it up. Nice defense by Pridmore to at least make her go around. And that caused the shot to be off. And we're back and running. So Yos with it. Hands over Pearson. Three-pointer. Bottom! 3-point basket. That one brought to you by Amanda Sievers. And we've got the lead, 37-34. And my goodness, Pridmore going to be called for a cheap one on the baseline as she was simply trying to get position. So Pridmore is going to pick up her fourth as White will have to come right back in. So Riverside with it. Pratt beyond the three-point line, drives in. Floater, yes. So Pratt gets that one to go down. And defensively, we can't afford to be that aggressive because if we breathe on them, it's a foul. So we're playing the best defense that we can with the situation we're given. Pearson, three. And that one off the back of the iron. Rebound, Camper. And I thought she traveled with it, and they're going to call a foul. She simply walked with the basketball. There's no way. And Coach Pierce is going to let them hear it, as I hope the young lady is okay. She did hit her head on the back of the court as she was coming to the ground. And that foul is going to be given to Hill. That is going to be her fourth, as we cannot catch a break. 1-point basketball game, 37-36 the score. Overman's got it. Screen set, three-pointer, Pratt. And that one going to rim out, rebound Yos. Nothing called as she was very aggressive with Camper. Camper puts it up, and White was straight up, and no foul called. So Flanagan will check in for Hill, who again, Madison Hill with 4, Morgan Pridmore with 4. We also have Pearson and White. They're out there with 3. As that one goes off the top of the backboard, and play was not stopped as Rogers was way off the mark, as Flanagan will bring it back. 1-point ball game. Vi Queens lead it with 3:25 to go in the third. Pearson shoved off. No foul called. Haskins going to drive, puts it up, and that one won't go. Rebound. White's got it. Power dribble. How in the world is a foul not called on that? There had to be something, Mr. Official. And Pratt drives in. She's going to hand off to Rogers beyond the arc. Now Camper's got it. As Camper going to drive down, kicks over to number 24, Overman. Now Overman's got it to Davis. Under 3 minutes to go. Illegal screen set. Davis comes off of it and gets the bucket to go. And ladies and gentlemen, Riverside has got the first lead, 38-37, as Pearson is fouled from behind, nothing called. And finally a timeout by Coach Pierce, who has touched the official. He bumped up against him. I don't know if he's going to let it slide. And the official just going to call timeout. And we're going to take the break as things are getting a little out of control. You're watching Viqueen basketball on the Ball Network.
Bella Chic Boutique, located at 300 North Britton Street in Shelbyville, Tennessee, offers fabulous style with all the latest fashions. We also offer seasonal attire to celebrate all major holidays. Getting ready for the big game? Yeah, we have you covered there too. We also carry all the items you'll ever need to complete your ensemble. Bella Chic Boutique. Look good. Feel.
So we are back from the break, and Coach Pierce is still letting them have it, and I can't blame him. I know I'm biased. I'm pulling for the purple and gold just like most of our viewers, but this has been one of the most lopsided affairs I can recall in quite some time. As Community has possession of the basketball, Haskins with it, going to give over to Flanagan down in the corner. Now they're battling down low on the block as Camper and White. Haskins drives, puts it up, and a foul on the floor, I believe. And the foul's going to be called on Overman. That is her third. As Overman Pratt, those two with 3 fouls apiece, as that shot will not go. Davis now back with it. Davis spin move, leaves it over, three-pointer. And that one rattles out. Rebound goes to Yos. So Rogers just could not get that one to go down. 2:15 to go here in the third. As Haskins, pump fake, draws baseline, now puts it up short. And a rebound going to go to Overman. She'll give off to Pratt. Pratt spins around, puts it up. Yes! Pratt gets it to go off the square. And a 3-point lead, the largest of the night for the home squad. Pearson with it. Haskins thought about the three, now going to come around. Pearson drives in the lane, puts it up. Counted it, a foul! Yes, sir! And that will be Overman's fourth, as she is the only one really in foul trouble, as the bucket will go, and Haskins can tie this thing back up at the charity stripe. So the free throw rattles out, and rebound going to go to Camper. Camper will bring it across. 1-point lead by the Lady Panthers. We're only in the third quarter, as both fan bases have had opportunities to yell and scream and everything else. As Davis, three, and that one off the back of the iron. Rebound's going to go to Flanagan. Flanagan can push it if White goes with her. We've got a 2-on-2 the other way. Won't go. Rebound goes to Overman. Now we may have a lopsided affair coming back the other way. Yos, foul. And Pratt simply just drove to the square, drew the contact, and Yos picks up her third. So all the starters in foul trouble except for Haskins, as Pratt gets the free throw to go. Into the ball game will be Tubbs, as she will check in. And it'll be Tubbs, Camper, Pratt, Davis, and Rogers for Riverside, as that free throw won't go, as Tubbs was over the back. No foul called. Yos gives over to Haskins. Haskins going to go all the way around the arc, puts it up. Yes! An aggressive Haskins puts it up off the square, And we're tied at 41. Now Pratt, blocked by Pearson, gets the rebound as we'll push. Haskins puts it up, won't go, rebound Davis. Now Camper's with it. They've got the numbers, 3-on-1 the other way. Yo's the only one back, sidestep, puts it up, won't go, rebound loose, and it's on the floor. And Tubbs, they're going to give a timeout to Riverside. There is no way, Mr. Official, that she had possession of that. It had to be a jump. They both had the basketball. But again, we cannot get a call. 32 seconds to go. We're tied at 41. You're watching Vi-Queen basketball on the Ball Network. So welcome back in. 32 seconds to go here in the third. We're tied at 41. We just had a rugby scrum that was issued possession for Riverside as they were credited with the timeout. So let's see what they come up with. They get it low down to Davis. Now they'll swing it over. Tubbs puts it up. Too strong off the glass. Rebound going to go to White. Drew a lot of contact from Camper, but again, no foul's going to be called. Yo's has it. 18 seconds. Every possession important as Haskins has got it. And she's sort of been the catalyst here in the third. She's been the one to be the aggressor. Gives over to Flanagan. Flanagan, 5 seconds. Yo's, I don't know that she's aware. Pearson's got it. 2 seconds, puts it up. And that went off the back of the iron. So we will end the third tied at 41. We got fourth quarter action coming. You don't want to miss it. You're watching Vi-Queen basketball on the Ball Network.
Home isn't just where you live, it's where you belong. It's your people, your school, and your community. That's why I'm proud to support our community Vikings and Vi-Queens this season. Even if I can't shoot like them, I can still sell your house.
So Sudbury, located at 617 Parson Road in Shelbyville, Tennessee, is your one-stop shop for everything purple and gold. The Spirit Store has all things in every sport. Do you need new gear with the new community logos? So Sudbury has you covered. They have the new logos on all items and anything else you can imagine. So Sudbury, when it comes to quality, it must be so.
So welcome back in. Fourth quarter action here at Decatur County Riverside. We are tied at 41. We have got 8 minutes to play unless we see overtime. And if we go to overtime, I don't know that we'd have any bodies left. So the Lady Panthers with possession. Can the Vi-Queens overcome the team and the officials? Davis with it. Davis coming off that screen, going to go baseline, puts it up, and yes! Nice drive. Yo's couldn't be over aggressive as she's got 3 fouls. As Haskins quickly back the other way, three-pointer, and that one off the rim. Rebound going to go to number 12, Tubbs, and back comes Riverside. 2-point lead by the Lady Panthers. Pratt going to drive, no one picks her up, puts it up, and it will not go, but she'll go to the line. Now, more importantly, who is the foul on? And the foul going to be called on Sarah Flanagan. So the first foul on Flanagan as Hill's got 4, Pridmore's got 4. Pearson with 3, White with 3. As that one rattles all around but will not go. Currently for the Vi-Queens, we have White, Pearson, Hill, Yo's, and Haskins. And now Yo's is going to come out for Hill. So we got Hill, Flanagan, White, Pearson, and Haskins. As Pratt will toe the mark for the second attempt, and that one is good. If I'm not mistaken, Pratt and Camper both were all district, and they're starting to show it here in the second half. As Haskins has it, as we trail by 3. Haskins dishes over to Flanagan. Flanagan going to look low down to White. White puts it up. Yes! The kiss! Off the glass. And we have got to keep her available in this game as Pratt drives down, cut off by Pearson. Three-pointer, and that one off the mark. Rebound, Davis puts it up, yes! Ella Davis, the junior, puts it back up for Riverside. And a 3-point lead remains for the Lady Panthers. Pressure, and a foul going to be called at half court as Tubbs tried to squeeze in there and take that pass from Flanagan and called for the infraction. That is just her first on the freshman. Inbounded to Hill. Hill now back to Flanagan. Flanagan will back it up. She'll set things up and she'll hand off to Hill. White comes up for a screen as Pearson now will come off the screen set by Hill. Puts it up and a foul going to be called. And Pearson was in the act of shooting, I thought. Yes, she's going to go to the mark for 2. So the foul on Ella Davis, that is her third on the junior. As Pearson, we've missed at least 4 free throws that I'm aware of. Unfortunately, not able to keep the stats tonight. As Pearson can't get that one to go either. Rebound going to go long. Now stolen away by Pearson. Now it's loose on the floor. And Pierce was trying to get a timeout. But, of course, this happened down on the other end. They gave Coach Reed the timeout. They did not give it to Coach Pierce. But, in my opinion, I didn't think that we had possession of it. But we'll take it. Hill's got it in the corner. She'll give over to Flanagan. 6:24 to go here in the fourth. Looking down low for White. Now Pearson at the top of the key. Swings it back over to Hill. Hill now gives to Flanagan. Back to Hill. Hill's going to drive the paint. Puts it up. Yes! The kiss! Off the glass. 46-45. Again, a 1-point game as we approach the 6-minute mark. Pratt with it on the right side as flashing high is Tubbs. And finally given over to her at the top of the key. Now gives over to 11 Rogers. Rogers now back over to Pratt. Pratt being guarded by Pearson. And now will swing over to Camper. Camper flashes high, now going to throw it low and throws it out of bounds. Turnover as it will belong to the purple and gold. 46-45 the score. As we've got 5:43 to go. Haskins going to bring it up. We got a 3-on-3 the other way. Haskins. And nothing called as the ball goes out of bounds and they're going to give it to Riverside. My word. And now the officials will talk. That has got to be our basketball if that is not a foul. Oh my word, they are still going to keep it with Riverside. And that is just unbelievable. I'm sorry, but that is just unreal. The contact was made, no foul called, first of all, and then how in the world could it have gone off Haskins? 46-45 the score. Davis drives in, puts it up, yes! And because of the foul situation, I think our girls are hesitant to slide over in the lane and try to play aggressive defense because you're going to be called for something. Flanagan now leaves it for Hill. Hill gives off to Haskins. Haskins drives in the paint, puts it up. Again, draws all kinds of contact, and there is no foul called. Unbelievable. Camper will bring it down. Pratt's got it on the right wing. And that one goes out of bounds as Pearson knocks it out. And Pratt will inbound for Riverside as Flanagan going to come out. Yos will check back in. So we've got Yos, White, Haskins, Pearson, and Hill as we've gone under the 5-minute mark. 3-point basketball game as Rogers will give over to Pratt. Pratt now with it at the top of the key. Blocked by Pearson. There is plenty of air between them, so no foul called. Pratt fouled Haskins on the way down. Now Haskins pulls up, puts it up. Yes! The kiss off the square, and we've cut it to 1. As Rogers will swing it over to Pratt. 1-point ball game. Tubbs with it. Now Davis will try to drive in, and Yo simply fouls her on the way. So that will be 4 on Yos as Davis will go to the line. So the free throw rattles home, and Again, a 2-point lead. We have not been able to overcome this lead here at the fourth. We keep inching closer, but we have not been able to get back any better than getting even. So 50-47 the score. Hill's got it. Trailing by 3, plenty of time, 4 minutes to go here in this one. Yo's with it. Yo's thought about going backside to Pearson, now gives off to Hill. Hill looking low for White, and that ball's knocked loose. Davis has got it. Davis coming back the other way with it. Goes back behind the back, and now dribbling in the paint. Going to leave it for a 3. No. Foul called in the paint, and it is not going to count. That one on the floor as Rogers had a nice drive, draws the foul. And who is it going to be called on? As Overman will come back in for Tubbs. And I guess that's going to be called on Haskins. That is only her second. Inbound goes to Davis. Davis beyond the arc with it. Now she's going to simply hand off to Camper. Camper's got it. Camper at the elbow. Now gives off to Pratt. Pratt going to drive low. She traveled and nothing called as they're going to let them play. Haskins, they should push it. We had a man advantage as Yo's now with it at the top. Going to give to Pearson over in the corner. Looking down to White. White's got a power dribble. Puts it up. Yes! The kiss! Off the glass. And we're back to the 1-point game. 3:19 to go here in this quarterfinal matchup. The winner will advance to Monday night. The loser will be done as Yo's the aggressor. And that one's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay with Riverside. So Pratt along the baseline as Davis has got it. She'll give off to Camper. We are about to go under the 3-minute mark. Camper at the free throw line, drives, puts it up, won't go. Rebound goes to Hill. So luckily nothing called there on White as Hill's got it at the top. 2:50 and counting. Yo's three-pointer. Bottom! And Amanda Sievers, three-point basket. Timeout, Coach Pierce. 52-50 is the score. You're watching Vi Queen basketball on the Ball Network. So the score, 52-50. Fourth quarter action, 2:47 to go in this quarterfinal. Again, the winner will advance Monday night, 6 p.m. at East Hickman to face either Loretto or Lewis County. The loser, again, will be done for the season. 2:40 remains in someone's season, barring any overtime. Riverside with it as Overman's got it. And she'll swing over to Rogers, back to Overman. Now back to Rogers. Now down to Davis. They'll kick it back. Overman, top of the key. Now Camper thought about the 3, going to drive down into the paint. Loses the ball. It goes out of bounds. It should stay. Well, no, it's going to go to the purple and gold. I thought when it went through the legs of one of the defenders that it would belong to Riverside, but we get the benefit of that call as now we've got possession and the 2-point lead. Hill with it. Time is of the essence. 2:13. Can we get a few more points and then just run this clock, baby? Hill's got it. Going to give over to Pearson on the left side. Pearson now going to back out as she's being guarded closely by Pratt. Now back over to Hill. Hill just comes to the top of the key. Spin move. Now gives to Pearson. Under 2 minutes now. Under 2 minutes to go as Pearson will hand over to Hill. Team fouls is 3-2. So it's going to be hard to send anybody to the line at this point as Pearson's got it. Now gives back over to Hill. Hill drawing a little bit of a double team, and now a foul going to be called on Pratt. That will be her 4th, if I'm not mistaken, and we shall see. And that is the 4th foul, as I believe Coach Brian Reed of the Lady Panthers will call the timeout. We'll take the break. We're not going to go to commercial, as I did want to try to squeak this in. You never know when the last game's going to be, but I want to go ahead and take the opportunity now for the MVP of the season. The MVP for this season that made all these broadcasts possible, and I thank the sponsors, the fans, and everybody else and the players. But I just want to take a minute to thank my amazing wife for holding down the fort while I'm away broadcasting basketball, while I'm at the gym calling games, chasing this passion. She's at home making sure everything runs smoothly, and that doesn't go unnoticed. The late nights, the extra responsibilities, the constant support, she carries it all. And especially with our 2 severely autistic children, her patience, love, dedication, it means the world to me. So, honey, I know you're watching. I know you're listening. I love you, and I thank you. So Pearson's got it, going to dribble down in. Could have taken a shot, but Coach Pierce may have just told her during the timeout, let's waste as much clock as we can. Let's force Riverside's hand. It is a 2-point basketball game with 1:19 to go. Haskins has got it. Now White down in the corner. Now back over to Pearson, cross court. We've got Hill, Pearson, Yos, White, and Haskins, and now a foul called at the top. That's going to be on Rogers. As Rogers picks up only her second, as that will be the 4th team foul. The next one would send them to the line, and now Coach Reed is going to use another timeout. We'll take the break. 2-point lead with 1:07 to go. You're watching Vi-Queen basketball on the Ball Network. So welcome back in. 1:07 to go. Community with possession and the 2-point lead. The next foul would send the Vi-Queens to the line. As that errant pass is thrown away. Rogers has got it. And now Riverside, with a minute to go, has the basketball. Rogers gives over to Davis. Davis going to drive down. She's on the baseline, being guarded by Yos. Yos with 4 fouls, puts it up. Blocked by Yos. Great defense as Hill's got it, draws the double team. And it's going to be on Davis or Camper. The foul down in the corner. That would be the 5th, if I'm counting correctly. And that should send us to the line. And this ball game is going to come down to free throws. It is going to come down to the charity stripe. As the foul was credited to Camper, that is her 3rd. So again, I do not know if we advance to Monday night. I do not know if it will be an audio broadcast, video. I'm not sure at this point. I don't really care. I just want these free throws to go. Hill knocks that one down. 53-50 is the score. The all-important one. Yes! The sophomore, Madison Hill, 54-50, 43 seconds to go in the quarterfinals. Pratt's got it at the top of the key, being guarded closely by Pearson. Now hands over to Davis. They're going to run out of time. It's a 2-possession game. Rogers has got it. Now Overman at the top of the key. They have got to hustle. Pratt thought about the 3. Going to drive against Yos. Puts it up. No foul called. And Davis went over the back, but rebound goes to Hill. On the floor, gets it to Haskins. And now a foul called way away from the action as the official over here closest to the scores table called the foul. And it's going to be called on Ella Davis. That is her 4th. As 18 seconds remain. And Coach Pierce is going to call the timeout before Hill's going to shoot the free throws. We'll take another break. You are watching Vi-Queen basketball on the Ball Network.
Is it?
So welcome back in. The situation, 18 seconds, 4-point lead for Community as Hill has knocked down 2 free throws, and she attempts that one off the back of the iron. So the last couple of trips down, she's 2 for 3 as Hill will toe the mark. And this one, yes! So the score, 55-50, as Riverside in a world of hurt, as it looks like Community is going to be able to overcome not only Riverside but the officials. 3-pointer, and that one off the mark by number 24, Overman. The ball is loose on the ground. Rogers has got it, gives it over to Pratt. 3, and that one rims out. Rebound, Pearson, and that should do it. And ladies and gentlemen, that's a winner! Unbelievable contest. I've never seen anything quite like it. It'll be on the Facebook page and on YouTube if you'd like to go back and watch it, because this one, hard to believe. I'm shocked, but we've overcome all the adversity and win the game. Final score, Community 55, Riverside 50. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We know you enjoyed the outcome. Be sure to join us Monday at 6 p.m. for the regional semifinal. That one being played at East Hickman High School. Our opponent will be either Lewis County or Loretto. So again, our final score, Community wins at 55-50. We thank you for your time this time. Until next time, for Bill Knowles on the camera, I'm David Knowles. You've been